In the Philippines, where the salad is hot and the soup is cold, every dime is rarely used as currency because, quite frankly, we've long passed the days where a peso is enough to buy a phone. But does that mean a peso these days is truly worthless? Well, yes and no. Roll the intro. Hello, whiteetions! Welcome back to the channel. It's been quite some time since the last video, and believe me, I know, time has been slipping so fast that I can't even imagine. Today we have a special video for all y'all, to which I ask you one question. How long can 1 peso carry you through 1 hour? Not 1 month, not 1 week, not even a day, just 1 whole hour. To many of you whose life is as hectic as golfers on a rainy day, you'd say it'd be spent on candy or whatever version of candy y'all prefer. Well, according to the Philippine Statistics Authority, every peso cycled through the country, every money spent, given, borrowed, or stored totals up to 3 billion pesos every single hour of every single day. We're talking monumental amounts of pesos to fill the ever-flowing rivers of our most certainly special economy. So what does this mean through the topic of this video? Well, it means you have to accept one thing, that what money you're holding right now is not your money. It's just a droplet that you're holding, awaiting to be placed on another puddle for the river to flow in. Poetic, right? But no, it's literally the definition of economy. Thus, a way to truly picture using a single peso in the Philippines is not to treat it as a single peso, but a river of a whole. I know, sounds counterintuitive, but this is the concept of negating the number treatment and start treating money as water. Yes, literally just water. Because this is the first step to a concept called micromanagement, a simple yet precise tool used to measure how easily money leaks a damn hole in a bucket. However, caveat, micromanagement is only a temporary tool for the bigger picture of regular management. Because as we all know, too much of something specific can negate the bigger picture, and we want to make sure that we see money as a river than a damn trickle. What I mean by this is using micromanagement as a tool to measure how much you're spending on a daily basis, but using it as that and only that. As its regular counterpart, financial management or macro management handles the rest of how you arrange your money. Micromanagement is just an essential tool to supplement how much you can efficiently use a single peso in time's notice, whether it's savings, spendings, or otherwise just novice stuff, all of which clings to the tiniest amounts, circling back to the humble peso. Do note that the Philippine peso is merely 0.016 US dollars. But if we stop to look and listen to the peso, rather than its mere translation, we can see that this single coin can buy a piece of candy for one child who wants a sweet little treat. Meaning, it's not how you can spend 1 peso entirely, but how much you can stretch it to the rest of your allowance. Some people use a large sum of their money and think it's enough to last them a month. Quite example, give a simple person 10,000 pesos, and without management, it will be used in just a week's tops. But with the look of the bigger picture, we can extend it indefinitely. It's a matter of looking through the binoculars to see the trees, but knowing when to just put it down to see the mountains ahead. Money is important, yes, but managing it is a different piece, one that can require even a simple peso. So, what's the moral of the story? A peso can be important, yes, but it's about knowing how much this peso can influence your allowance in major ways than you might think it might be. So, when you look at your peso, don't say that it's worthless. No. Imagine it as a whole to the rest of your allowance. Because you may never know when that one singular peso can save you a lot, and I mean a lot, of times. Whew, this is a mouthful. So I decided to make this video for one sole reason, and that is for a personal namesake. I love to save money, but I also want to make sure that the balance between saving and the balance between spending is done so correctly. Macromanagement and micromanagement is a concept that I've rarely used since the day I was born, because obviously when we were kids we rarely see money as it is. But nowadays that we're getting older, I think it's best that we start looking money as more of a moving thing rather than its static counterpart. Saving money is a good thing, yes, But there's also some really harsh consequences to over saving that you might have not noticed. For example, if you save too much of one thing, you might somehow realize that one day you may never get to spend it at all. You only live once. Thus, you must remember, money can move, so you don't have to press the brakes all the time. It's like a moving car. When you move a car, it only allows it to move. Oh, what am I talking about? When you drive a car, that's the only way for it to maintain itself. You can't expect a car to keep running if you just let it still. Yeah. So, that's the thing about this video. No comments. See y'all in the next one.